Hello and welcome to Business Live. Coming up in this bulletin, finalizing audit of construction sector payment for last year and Bank of Ghana's market intervention set to dominate IMF mission visit as Finance Minister to force in promises to address concerns identified with the economy. Also coming up, the Minister of Communications, Digital Technology and Innovation, Sam George, has announced that subscribers of DSTV will enjoy between 33% to 50% increase in value of their subscriptions from October 1st, 2025.
MultiChoice has offered value over and above what we expected of them. I went into this with a request for 30%. With what we have discussed here, the lowest is 33%, the highest is 50%.
Also, Ghana earns more than 15 billion cedis from international visitors between the fourth quarter of 2022 and the third quarter of 2023. We are live with the Ghana Tourism Authority. We have these and more business update coming up in this bulletin. My name is Winston Taki. Stay tuned right back after this. This is Business Live. Now to our first business story. Minister of Communications and Digital Technology and Innovation, Sam George, has disclosed that subscribers of DSTV will enjoy between 33% to 50% increased value on their subscriptions from October 1st. The announcement comes weeks after a public standoff between the government and MultiChoice over pricing concerns. Speaking at a press briefing today, Sam George said the move is aimed at ensuring fairness, local content inclusion, and improved service delivery for Ghanaian consumers.
MultiChoice Africa has committed to implement an unprecedented increased value offer only in Ghana, and I repeat, only in Ghana, which will result in Ghanaian DSTV subscribers getting more services for less. Depending on the DSTV package or bouquet you use, subscribers will get between 33% to 50% more value. The new arrangements, effective from 1st October 2025, are as follows. For those who are on the Paddy bouquet subscription, you currently pay 59 Ghana cedis. When you pay 59 Ghana cedis, you get upgraded automatically to Access, which is valued at 99 Ghana cedis, and you get 35 more channels. This represents a 40% savings if you were to pay for the Access yourself. Second bouquet, Access, currently going at 99 Ghana cedi. If you retain your Access bouquet at 99 Ghana cedi, MultiChoice will bump you up to the family bouquet, which is currently priced at 190 Ghana cedis. But this is, as well as you know, subject to terms and conditions. There is no restriction on a subscriber's choice of a bouquet. The offer is available to both existing and new customers from 1st of October 2025. Effectively, MultiChoice has offered value over and above what we expected of them. I went into this with a request for 30%. With what we have discussed here, the lowest is 33%, the highest is 50%. And I extend my warmest gratitude to the multi-choice team for that. I want to commend them for their goodwill towards subscribers in Ghana, and the committee is of the view that this increased value offer addresses government concerns, it reduces pressure on Ghanaian households, while ensuring the sustainability of the DSTV service in Ghana. In addition, MultiChoice Africa will provide a 555 Ghana cedi subsidy for the Zappa decoder.
Now, away from that, finance professor at Andrews University, Williams Pepra, has suggested that government should establish clear intervention rules and have a legislative instrument passed by Parliament to regulate how the Bank of Ghana intervenes in the foreign exchange market. He believes such a framework will help industry players understand the parameters guiding the central bank's actions. His comment comes in the wake of the Bank of Ghana's recent dealings in the Forex market as Ghana's IMF program prepares to begin its fifth review of the country's performance.
As a country, IMF is aware that we do a dirty float, which means that the central bank will intervene in the market. Two main things in my perspective. I'm sure the central bank, they have checked their current accounts position, which is positive, and then also foreign direct investment inflows also coming in. And once you have these inflows being established, you may be in a position to intervene. What I may think that is lacking is that I think we may have to have a clear intervention rules or LI established by Parliament that will regulate how the central bank will come into the market to intervene. At the moment, we don't have, no one knows how and when they have to come in. So if they're able to establish an LI or some rules, and we all players in the industry know that, okay, these are the parameters and this is backed by law, then we are clear that anytime the Bank of Ghana is coming in with an intervention, it's what we expect, and not that they'll just pump, a lot of money into the system.
Meanwhile, Finance Minister Atoforsen has given the assurance that government will work hard to address all concerns identified by the International Monetary Fund on the economy. The Finance Minister said this when he received the visited IMF team that are in Accra to scrutinize Ghana's program under the fifth review. The Finance Minister was confident of a successful meeting and review based on the work that the government has done over the past month. Welcome back to Business Live. My name is Winston Tucker. Now to more news. Establishing the actual amount spent last year on road and other infrastructure projects are expected to come up strongly during the fifth IMF review visit. We have more in the following report.
According to the IMF, it's very important that the actual amount is established because of its impact on the final deficit position for last year. There are also concerns about monies paid last year by government for no work done, hence the need to reach some conclusion on this issue before the 2026 budget presentation by the Finance Minister. The Auditor General is currently looking at the numbers in terms of the audit. However, he has been facing some challenges which has affected the completion of the work on time. The fund is likely to push for a more formalized structure, or let's say framework, when it comes to the Bank of Ghana's dollar intervention for the market. Sources say the Bank of Ghana is actually putting together some documents that would formalize these dollar interventions going forward. Another issue that has come up strongly is the policy rate framework of the Bank of Ghana. This is because the IMF thinks that looking at the rate of inflation reduction from the beginning of this year, the central bank should have done more in terms of the policy rate cut to aid economic growth. The IMF would also be seeking some clarity on Ghana's debt situation and what is government doing to ensure that it meets the debt projections under the IMF program by 2028. The team today formally opened their engagement with the Minister of Finance, Dr. Ataforsan, and the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama.
Joining us on phone is the President of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Stefan Mizen Abbas. Welcome to Business Live, sir. Now, from the business community, what are your expectations at the engagement which has already started today, basically this morning?
George, good evening, and good evening to your numerous listeners. This is good news to have the IMF come back to do the review, and we are expecting a positive indicators, indexes. What it means is that once the indicators are positive, it gives investor confidence. So therefore, we expect foreign direct investment to be increased. We've been to this IMF for the 17th time, and we are expecting that this time the indicators would also ensure that governance are strengthened so that we don't go back into this IMF again, which is very important for our economy because of the confidence that investors need to do this thing.
Great. But let's look at the issue of arrears clearance, an area the IMF is pushing for some resolution. Does it give you some sort of comfort?
Yes, I was just coming to that with the positive indicators and then the disbursement, eventual disbursement, we expect that some of these arrears will be cleared so that we can see some vibrance in our economy. That is one, because there are arrests in the construction sector, with PSHs, the medical sector, and all of that. So we expect that to do that. And then also the disbursement will help strengthen the city, which in return times is falling. So these are some of the things that we expect that the review would give us.
Great. Making progress on this review, what will it mean to the business community in terms of investment and confidence going forward?
So, like I said, the review gives confidence. It brings foreign direct investment into the economy. Our city strengthens, and therefore, for us in the business community, our investments are strengthened. Export revenues becomes high. So it is very important for us in the business community that this review turns out very successful. Very, very successful for us.
Stefan Abbas is the president of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry speaking to us there. Now, the Ghana earned more than 15 billion cedis from international visitors between the fourth quarter of 2022 and the third quarter of 2023. This is according to the latest Ghana International Travelers Report released by the Ghana Statistical Service. The earnings reflect spending by approximately 900,000 international visitors who arrived in the country during the 12-month period. Let's get on Zoom and speak to the Deputy Chief Executive of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Gilbert Abeku-Aggrey, for more analysis on this issue. Abeku, it's good to have you on Business Live. Now, what do you make of this report by the Ghana Statistical Service?
And good evening to your cherished viewers. This is an indication that our tourism sector is resilient, and tourism is not only for leisure, but is also a driver of our economy. And it also indicates the sustainability and the consistency that our tourism sector is playing as far as generating GDP of our economy is concerned. It also talks about, the increasing global appeal that the destination Ghana has on tourists. So for me, it's an exciting news. But we, as a government agency responsible for marketing, promotion, and regulation of tourism, we are not surprised because it is intentional. If you look at the trajectory from 2019 till date, you can see the growth or the steady growth in volumes as in rival visitors of inbound tourists, and then the consistency in the marketing promotion of Destination Ghana in the diaspora market. So
Great.
it's a reflection of the work that government is doing as far as promoting Destination Ghana is concerned.
In your submission, you highlighted some of your responsibilities. What is your outfit currently doing to help improve the contribution of these travelers to the economy, basically?
There are a number of things that we are doing. One is increasing our presence on the diaspora market. Ghana is the number one destination in West Africa as far as tourism arrival numbers is concerned. If you look at the tourism satellite account 2024, the report, we received about almost 1.3 million. And this is post-pandemic or post-COVID. Every destination measures its growth after 2022, which is the post-pandemic, whether you have recovered. Now, the activities like December in GH, Pana Fest, Emancipation, and His Excellency President Mohammed's new vision of the Black Star experience and other activities are the major contributory factor. And Ghana's peace and stability is also a major key factor. Then our increased presence in the diaspora market. We participate in international expos like WTM, World Travel Market in London. We participate in Fituri in Spain, Vakantusberg in the Netherlands. We participate in Indaba in South Africa. We participate in a number of international tourism expo to sell the Destination Ghana to hosted buyers and travel agents who also bring tourists here. Then you can also see the arrivals and the fleet or frequencies of aircraft and airlines coming to Ghana. Today, as we speak, we have more than 39, almost 40 airlines that bring tourists into the country each and every year. The past 3 years, we've seen ITA, Italian Airlines, here in Ghana. It is an indication that there's demand for the Destination Ghana. So it is a deliberate, intentional strategy that government is doing. But the activities as is enshrined or as is captured in the Black Star experience is to see all year activity from culture, fashion, food. Sorry.
Great. Now, before you continue, do you think that deliberately or intentionally working out more visa-free deal for some of these travelers could help improve visits to Ghana?
Absolutely. And that is why in the speech of Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, indicated that in December, as previous administration did, all diasporans coming for December in GH will have visa-free. Not even we are taking money. Free visa. Anyone who wants to come to Ghana in December. It's a deliberate intention to make sure that we get more numbers, more visitors. But again, the Foreign Affairs Ministry, together with the Office of the Diaspora Affairs, will roll out strategic plans and strategies that will make sure that access to Ghana will not be difficult. As you have seen, our President, His Excellency John Mahama, has created two Ghana missions in America. One in Washington, one in New York. So we have ambassador for Washington, we have ambassador for New York, so that the process of visa processing, which has become issue, because America is Ghana's biggest source market, number one source market after Nigeria, which is in Africa. So we need to be very intentional in getting more numbers from this destination.
Okay.
So visa acquisition and process, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is working out, how those who want to come to this country wouldn't find it difficult.
Briefly, what are some of the plans for the sector going into 2026?
Right. So one, infrastructure development. His Excellency President Mahama has released 22 million for the rehabilitation or renovation of our heritage sites, including the forts and castles. And he has also promised, as he engaged the media in the last media session, that he's also going to improve access or accessibility in terms of road to visitor sites and attraction nationwide. Then also experience innovation. He also mentioned about customer service, which is an issue. People have complained about poor customer service. So the Hospitality Tourism Catering Institute, in partnership with Ghana Tourism Authority, is going to roll out what we call mobile kiosks training for service providers from hotels, restaurants, pubs, and so on and so forth, so that the experiences that our tourists get will be worth the value of the money that they spend.
Great. Thank you very much, Gilbert Obeku, the Deputy CEO for the Ghana Tourism Authority, speaking to us there, and the plans that they have for travelers who will be visiting Ghana in this year, December, and certainly the years to come. I mean, that's all for business here on Business Live. My name is Winston Taki. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye-bye.